Good evening. Hi, this is Chuck Kitson. I apologize. I am so late this evening on this last assignment for the week. As you can tell by my eyes, I am tired. I just got home from the trip from Ocean City, Maryland with my family. We live in Pittsburgh, PA. I'm sure not everybody lives here, so that drives about 7 to 8 hours with the stop. So it was a great week, beautiful weather. It was very hard, other than reading the books on the beach that we needed to come back and do homework and drag yourself off the beach. But here I am. So, hey, our organizational presentation that we had to put this week together was for our final assignment. What's being asked of us is sections A through C to give a little bit of a preview of our final assessment on our organization. First and foremost, I'll give you some background. I work for Giant Eagle. I've worked for Giant Eagle for 13 years. That is the organization I chose for my presentation. Now, the first 9 years I've worked for the GetGo division. I was a district manager for GetGo. I had divisions to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Columbus, Youngstown division throughout my 9 years. And really just a great startup operation. Giant Eagle Fuel converted over to GetGo. We know what GetGo means to Giant Eagle for those from the western Pennsylvania area as well as Cleveland. There's a GetGo for every Giant Eagle. We'll talk a little bit more about that. In the last 4 years, I have worked for Giant Eagle grocery stores. It was a good career move for me to move over to the other side of the family. Learn more about the grocery, the wholesale division, and that's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. I've been running some of their highest volume locations. Really enjoy the career move that I made. Nevertheless, it's the next step within my career with Giant Eagle, so it really brought me in touch with a lot of what we're learning in classes. Cultural dynamics, communication, breakdowns, subgroups, technology, you name it, we'll be able to talk about it today. So A through C is a description within your organization, which I'll get to, as well as commodities, technologies, communication. Theorized from a functionalist, some talk about some of the conflicts, the symbolic interactionism, and then also how the people in our organization create meaning. And those meanings sometimes are great, and then sometimes the breakdowns within some of these subgroups, or the power struggle, I should say, also gives some of the meaning that we need to kind of work through some of the red tape within our organization. So let's start off with Giant Eagle, who's been around since 1936. We currently employ over 36,000 team members. We are a $10 billion a year operation. We service at least 4.6 million customers a year, and then some, through the GetGo organization or format as well too. Speaking of formats, it isn't just Giant Eagle. We have a format known as GetGo. We have Market District, Market District Express, Giant Eagle Express, which short is GEX, and then for a short period of time we did have the Good Sense operation. Good Sense was our format to combat against Aldi's, Bottom Dollar, Dollar General, so forth and so on. We have just recently, within the last year, decided that format was not for us, but it was worth a try. We learned a lot. We also have wholesale divisions, and then, you know, we won't dive down into it, but we do have transportation and real estate as well. So Giant Eagle, it's been around since 1936. If I haven't said that, I apologize. If I have 5 founding families, and then today our spokesperson or persons are Laura Corrett, who is our CEO, and John Luco, who is our COO. Both of those two are pretty much the executives who you see on TV, commercials, ads, and really are the public figures behind our operation. The commodities we sell are endless. You know, obviously you got the groceries, you got the gasoline, you've got many just different service avenues, whether it be dry cleaning, whether it be, you know, even the Eagle's Nest, which takes care of our children while we take the time to shop. We have wine and spirits within our stores, especially outside of this Western PA areas such as Maryland, Ohio, and West Virginia, where it's a lot easier to get a liquor license within the Giant Eagles. We have a wholesale division, which will take care of some of our competitors, and they utilize our wholesale service. So that's a little bit about the commodities. Technologies and communication are huge with us. Not only do you see us on commercials, but you have to understand that we learn everything we can from our guests through our guests. We have Voice of the Customer, which is a survey that is either online or at the end of your transaction, you have a 1-800 number that tells you a little bit about who we are and what we want to learn from you. You help us become better. And for that, we reward you, whether it be in couponing, whether it be in sweepstakes or giveaways, so forth and so on. Then we have the Giant Eagle Advantage Card, one of the most powerful tools that we have within our company. Lets us know everything the customer wants or needs, and then also trends that may be changing within their own family. So for example, you had young children and then they started to become teenagers. That shopping experience is completely different. We may have folks that have went to a gluten-free lifestyle. We may have higher organic purchases. We may have just that overall healthier mix that we could learn through the Giant Eagle Advantage Card, and then start to focus in on our guests. So technology as well as communication with our guest, which is our customer, is very important at Giant Eagle, and we work tirelessly to make sure that we are in touch with our customer. So theorizing, understanding the social behavior behind our organization. The theory as a functionalist and the advocate, who is the person according to the guiding principle within your company, is we believe today and every day we improve every person's everyday life experience and well-being as they join one of our formats, whether it be GetGo, Giant Eagle, Market District, so forth and so on. It really is about the experience. It really is about our care, that we put the highest quality, the highest in regards to freshness, pricing, value, anything that we can into our customers' hands. But again, when you talk about quality, freshness, our banner is always at risk, and we make sure that we take care of our customer, knowing that you want to be prideful that you could say, hey, I bought that meat at Giant Eagle. I bought this cheese at the Market District. That's very important to us. We want you to go home and to talk to your family and feel that what you put on the dinner table is extremely safe. It's well represented, and we put our name behind it. We are very passionate about that. Conflict, there are some conflicting things that we do. For the longest time, we were showing, between Giant Eagle, Market District, and then for a while there we had Good Sense, which was a low-end operator more against your Aldis and your bottom dollars, and folks would say, well, why do you need to be all three of them? It's exactly what our customer wants, and that's why we did that. Yes, we do have Market Districts that act more like your Whole Foods, your Harris Teeter, your Wegmans. We have your traditional Giant Eagles, and then for a while there we did have the Good Sense operation. We have since removed that from one of our formats, but we are still looking at something along the lines of an Aldi's and so forth. So stay tuned. Lastly, we have the symbol, the symbol interactionism. That is really the eagle. That is our value system. That is what we put out there. If you look at any website, it talks about what we believe in as far as the team members themselves, which are be kind, think team, step up, live well, and work smart. Those 5 guiding principles are who we are, no matter what format, no matter what we do for the company, which department we work for. Those are the symbols, those are the values, the communications that come out from our CEOs that pull us all back together, so that we clearly understand that no matter what commodity we sell, what service we provide, this is what we have to be all about. Be kind. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Think smart. I mean, waste is about not caring, asking, sharing, listening to other people, and asking for help when you need help, living well, taking care of yourself, making sure that you go home the same way you came to work. And what can we do differently at Giant Eagle to make sure that that happens? Step up. Step up is all about safety, in my opinion. Safety meaning step up and speak out. If there's something that is an unsafe condition that we could keep one less customer, one less team member from any kind of an injury, then that's our responsibility to step up and speak out. And then think team. We are one big team. Regardless that 2/3 of our overall company is union and the other 1/3 is not. To me personally and what I do, I don't believe in those walls. I don't believe that the union should have some type of a barrier that's us and them. The union certainly has its role, its responsibility for leaders who don't know how to handle themselves, which hopefully we don't have many within our organization. But if we do, that's what they're there for. Other than that, it is about thinking about the team. What is the best for the overall team? What's the safest way for them to work? Are we making sure that we're asking them, how could you become more efficient? Teach me how to make us more efficient as an operation. So asking those type of questions. Lastly, as far as our exercises, tell me about the people that help create the meaning within your company. I want to talk a little bit about subcultures because we're already up to about 12 minutes on this video, but subcultures and the power culture that we have within our organization sometimes is where I believe we have the biggest opportunity. Now, when you grow to 36,000 team members over 4 states, soon to be more states, our CEOs, COOs, and the founding families have a lot of work to do to keep that overall vision, the overall value system in line, and how they do that and how they communicate. You could easily have an HR division who feels that what they do for the company is makes or breaks us. Legal makes or breaks us. Marketing, merchandising. Certainly the retail division itself, my group believes that retail operations are the heartbeat of the organization. Without us, the body stops. The executive team, all the vice presidents of different lines of business believe they're the brain trust. They believe without the brain, the body ceases to exist. Transportation believes they're the legs. They keep us moving at all times. Everybody has their piece, but collectively, our COO and CFO, Laura Corrett, does an amazing job of getting in front of the teams, whether it's a State of the Union type address, letters that come out via email or to your homes that just say, hey, here's what we've done this year, keeping us in the loop of what we've done for the community, how our fundraisers have gone, what we're doing next. We're looking at this particular format. Getting feedback from the 36,000 team members once a year, and then getting that information back to the leadership in the stores, in the offices to say, hey, here's how we can become better. Here's how we can get rid of some of this subgroup and really work towards one common goal. One of the biggest things that I've seen happen over the last, say, 3 to 5 years is some of our top executives have done a great job of having this horizontal type of leadership style, meaning that in my particular case, I was a get-go district leader. Well, they believed that you had the leadership capability to just go right in and work in the grocery end of the business, which hopefully I've proven to them I can, but many other people are being challenged to do that as well within our organization. Engineers are going out into the retail division. Store managers are coming in to do marketing and merchandising. It is becoming very cross-functional, and with that, we are seeing the different dynamics that people go back into their original role or go back into an office position, and they really value and understand what happens in the field. They understand that the subcultures are there and they have meaning. They all have to have their own direction on what they do for the company, but then how do they become integrated? How do they become one, back to those core values, those 5 core values of think team, be kind, work smart, step up, speak out, live well. Today we improve everyday lives and well-being of our guests as well as our team members. that is our core focus. If everything that we do through communication, subcultures, working through conflict, so forth and so on, goes back to knocking down that red tape, those barriers, then we are starting to get it. So when I come to